Okay, we have LSU's Mason Taylor to kick off Media Days 2024. We'll start here in the front row on the left with a question. AP.
Good morning, Mason.
Good morning.
AP Stedham, AP and Kelly, as we say at syndicated radio. Mason, what are you trying to do this year that you haven't done in your past career, and how have you tried to improve over the summertime here?
I think just being consistent, showing the coaches I can hold a lot on my plate. I'm ready for the opportunity, so just proving to my coaches and my quarterback that I can be open, I can have a lot on my plate is one thing that I'm focusing on this year, and just being consistent.
Right side, fourth row.
Dan Peck, ESPN 106.7 in Auburn. What can you say about Garrett and the offseason he's had?
He's had a tremendous offseason. I mean, he stepped in as a leader from day one, and he's done a great job of getting our team on the right path. He's done a great job of learning from experiences from Jayden and stuff like that, so he definitely has waited his turn. He's been patient. I think he's fit to have a great year this year.
Front row.
Hey, Mason. Michael Cobble, WBRZ TV in Baton Rouge. Brian talked about having success with tight ends, and obviously the offense will look a little different this year, but, now that it's almost, your turn, I guess, how much do you plan on being a part of this offense? How different can it look for the tight ends, as far as being actively involved as pass catchers? Like, you've had moments, but being a real integral part of this offense.
Yeah, I think we lost some production this year with BT and Malik leaving, so I think there's definitely room for opportunity, and I think the receiver group has done a great job of stepping in, and as a tight end group and tight end unit, I think this is really important for us to step in and show the coaches what we could do, and that starts with in practice, so we got to prove that we can make those type of plays, and then we can fill in these holes for this offense.
On the aisle, on the back.
Kennedy Wright with CBS 42, arguably one of your best receptions of your college career against Bama back in 2022. Are you excited going up against them again this season?
Yeah, it's a great game every time we play them. I mean, Alabama's one of the best college football teams in the country, so like we said in the SEC, you play the best, so it's definitely going to be fun. It's definitely competitive, and it's definitely a great game, so it'll be fun.
On the aisle, and then pass the microphone up.
Piggybacking off that a little bit, I mean, it's a different schedule this year, no division play anymore. Some common opponents for LSU, including Auburn, aren't on the schedule. What's a couple games you've got circled as games you're really looking forward to this year?
Just all the SEC games. I mean, like I said, it's competitive, so those are the best games. Those are the most fun, and I think as long as we prepare for them, we'll have a successful season.
Left side, third row.
Tyler Shaw with KBTX and College Station. Kind of going off that schedule theme, with how different the schedule is now. That traditionally you've been playing Texas A&M that last game of the season. Just kind of what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's a rivalry and just not playing it the last game of the season this year?
I'd say it's a big game. I mean, any game in the SEC is a big game. Any game on our schedule is a big game. So. Like I said, they moved around the schedules a little bit, but not much change. You're still playing in the SEC, still playing the best, so it's definitely looking forward to it.
On the aisle side.
Eric Bailey with the Tulsa World. This is new territory for Oklahoma. What can Oklahoma fans and the Oklahoma football team expect of a road trip to LSU?
Just great fans and rowdy fans. I think it's definitely going to add to the competitive level. Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC, I think it's a great thing. And I think it'll definitely be fun to see this year.
In the back, left side.
WAVF 48 in Huntsville, Camden. EA Sports College Football 25 coming out. Just tell me how excited are you to be able to play that and maybe even say your face on there?
It's definitely really exciting. I remember as kids playing that game. It's extremely fun. And now being in it, it's a dream. So pretty sure the early access came out today, so I'm looking forward to getting back to Baton Rouge and playing tonight. So it's definitely going to be a fun thing.
Third row, left side.
Bob Ballou, CBS Austin. How many touchdowns does Harold need to score to get in the Heisman conversation this year? And just what kind of leader has he become for you guys?
He's became a tremendous leader. I mean, he's taken that defense on his back, and I think him and guys like Greg Penn, that whole linebacker group as a whole has stepped up. And I think Perk knows it's his time. It's his junior year. He needs a lead, and I think he's done a tremendous job of doing it within team runs, play around practice, and just practice throughout.
Left side.
With the 12-team playoff now, what kind of are your expectations, as a team? Do you guys talk about, the goal, top 12, getting into the playoff, or kind of what are your preseason kind of conversations like as a team?
I think just being consistent week in and week out. I mean, as long as we stick to our process of winning game by game and being where your feet are, I think we'll be fine. I mean, it opens more opportunity with 12 teams being in the playoffs, so that's definitely exciting. And as long as we do what we do at LSU, we'll be all good.
Right side on the aisle.
Jayden had such a remarkable career at LSU, and the first couple games, it was a bit of a struggle before the offense. The first couple games of his career at LSU, a bit of a struggle before things got rolling. What did you see out of Jayden as far as how he improved over his 2 years as LSU starter, and anything you took away from watching him work?
Mm-hmm. Starting as a new offense, I mean, it's hard to get going. It's hard to get momentum. So, I mean, Jayden did a great job of kind of jump-starting it and kick-starting it to get everyone on page. And I think he did a great job as a quarterback, and he kind of lifted us up and to compete in practice and get better every single day and to hold us to the standard of LSU.
Left side.
What does it mean to be here and represent LSU? Obviously, Brian talked about a top 10 pick being left at home in Will Campbell, but you and Perk both being selected to come here. What does it mean to you, and what does it mean to Harold?
Oh, it's a great honor. I've heard a lot of great things about SEC Media Day, so I'm definitely excited, and it's an honor, it's a blessing to be here. So I'm glad to represent LSU.
We'll go up here.
If you don't mind, another Oklahoma-based question. What are your thoughts of Oklahoma? What do you know about Oklahoma?
I just know they're a great team. I mean, they're coming in the SEC, so they got to have some type of talent. They have great players, and it's a great program, rich with winning. So definitely be exciting to play and play in those games.
Front row and then pass it.
Just the tight end room in general. What can you tell me about the other guys? It seems like they've obviously gotten bigger and stronger, and maybe a little bit more of a threat to catch the ball and not just be blockers.
Yeah, I think we have a great tight end room. Coach Nagel's done a great job of pushing us every single day. We had a great spring, and I think we've been closer than we ever had before. And I think creating that bond within each other and pushing each other to be the best every single day is going to make us great. So.
Final two questions. We'll go here and then there.
Mason, what's slightly different about Garrett as a quarterback versus Jayden?
I think it's similar in some sense. I think we have the same offense, so not much is going to change. Jayden was great with his legs. I think Nuss has some wheels, and people don't know that. So, but of course, Jayden Daniels is Jayden Daniels. He was tremendous for us, but Nuss learned a lot from him. So I think he's going to do a great job. He's learned from one of the best to do it. And he's learned from a Heisman winner, so he's definitely going to have a great year this year.
Last question.
Your dad and your uncle are both very significant former football players. Just lessons you've learned from them over the years, things that you've been able to observe?
Just to be where your feet are, be consistent, and just be where your feet are mostly. Don't look ahead, don't look behind. Everyone's going to make mistakes. Kind of just keep moving and keep pushing through that.
Mason, thank you very much.
Thank you all.